Hello everyone. Welcome to this video. Today I'll show you how to install and restore AdventureWorks database and SQL server, like SQL query syntax. So the thing is, like, soon we'll start problem solving, right? So this is for absolute beginner. So if you haven't worked with SQL yet, or if you are like completely new to SQL, so I am creating this particular video for you guys. So first what we'll do is, like, we'll download and restore AdventureWorks database, which is readily available. And going forward, if I'll teach you any concept, so I'll try to use AdventureWorks database itself. So like, we can write the same query, and also, like, what should be the SQL server query syntax. So we'll go through those two. So let's start with, like, how to download AdventureWorks database and set it up with SSMS, right? So the very first step is, let's open the Google Chrome and just to write AdventureWorks SQL database. So here you can see that is from Microsoft. So just click very first link, which is AdventureWorks sample databases. So currently in my cases, I'm downloading the latest one, which is 22. But try to download, like, if you are using SQL Server or like SSMS version 2019, then try to download one version back so you don't face any problem. So here in download, we can see, like, the download is already started. So let's wait for a while. In the meantime, what we'll do is, we will open SSMS Studio, well, where we will restore this database, right? So let me open SSMS. Okay, so this is SQL Server Management Studio. And if you haven't downloaded SQL Server Management Studio and didn't set it up SQL Server, I'll share two video link at the end of this video. Please follow those links and you will be easily, like, able to set this up. So open SQL Server Management Studio. It is opening. We can see now our download is ready, right? Like, here we can see AdventureWorks 22. So this application is opening. Perfect. So again, like, if you haven't downloaded like SQL Server and also SSMS, like, please check out my video, that, like, I'm sharing a link of my video at end of this tutorial. So we simply hit on connect here. So now we can see we connected to our database, and here we can see under databases there are system databases and other snapshots, right? So currently we don't have any database here. So what we will do is, we recently downloaded one database, so we will restore the database in here. So just right click on this and restore the database. So as soon as you hit restore, here we get two options, database and device. So we will restore the database from device, and we will browse the location, like where the database is located. Currently AdventureWorks data is file, so we'll add that file and copy this particular path from here. Copy this path. Now open your file explorer, and in another tab just paste it here. So now we are on the same location, like, we are on the same location, which is this one. So currently we can't see any database in there, but if you, let's say, do this thing, control C, and we will paste this database here. So now we have our backup file on the same location. So if you simply like, refresh this particular page, you will see the, like, AdventureWorks 22 database. Hit OK. OK. And here also the last option. Okay, perfect. So the database AdventureWorks 2022 restored successfully. So if we hit OK, here we can see our database AdventureWorks 22 is here, and hit on plus icon. Now we have tables in here. Hit on plus icon, so you can see all the available tables inside that particular database. So what we'll do is, we will write the query into that database. We'll start exploring, like, how the SQL query should look like and all. So currently let me open a new query. So just hit on new query in here. So now we'll switch to second part. So here you can see now we already downloaded the database, and we already downloaded the database and restore the AdventureWorks database, right? So we'll move to the second part, which is like SQL query syntax. So what we'll do is like this should be the SQL query syntax. So whenever in like if you take any database, for instance, if whether you are working into BigQuery or SQL Server, MySQL, whatever is relational database, the query syntax should be the same. And I'll also explain why. Also, in any particular role, like whether you are working as a data analyst, data engineer, scientist, architect, database administrator, or even business intelligence analyst, like the SQL query syntax should be the same across all. So once you will learn the SQL basic syntax, then probably like in the next video I'll start with easy problem solving, so you will get to know most of the things. And if any concepts in new in there, I'll create a separate video for that, so you don't have to worry about that part. So here we can see first select. So what is select is something like that will enable us to select particular set of data from the data table, right? So select is from there. From, so select from, here from data table. So always after from, it should be the tables, that like from which table we want to select that particular data, right? Where is where, like will apply conditions. Let's say select one particular column, or let's say we can select all the columns. So select columns from database. So right now I'm writing, just assume like there is a person table, so select from person table. Where, now where is like where we pass the condition. So person name is equals to, currently I'm writing my name, you can write yours. So where name is equals to Bhavankit, which is condition. And group by, so group by is like columns, like what by what columns you want to group by. So let's say I'm calculating my total marks, for instance, right? So group by, let's say I have like, let's say 3 examinations. So subject, so I wanted to group by subject, and order by maybe subject. So here in order by there is two option. ASC stands for ascending, and DESA stands for descending. So if I'll write like subject ascending, then it should be in alphabetical order, like the subject that starts with A comes first and Z with in the last. And the same way, like descending, the other way around, like the subject that starts with Z comes first and A should be last. So this is very brief introduction. Let me walk you through few sample queries in here. So currently we can see this tables, right? So let me start with this person table. We can pick any table. So let me start with this person table. So as I mentioned, how it should start. Currently, let's say we both, like I and you both are unfamiliar with this data. So what I should do is select. Star stands for I want all the columns. If you, because currently we don't know what columns are there, right? So and the next step should be, if you go in the syntax, from, right? So select star from table name. Now what is table name? Person, that is schema person dot person, right? So which is table. So we will execute this query in here. So now we can see here, like we can see all the columns. So as I mentioned earlier, if you want to select one particular column, you can write like one that name in here. So currently we let's say here the person type, right? This is one column. If I want that column only, then it should be select person type from that person dot person. So if you execute this query, you will get only that particular column. But let's keep all the columns for now, so I can show you the other steps. The next should be where condition. So uh, so what we will do is we'll write where. Right now we know only the like let's say currently we have, this looks like flag, right? Email promotion is 1 2. So let's say whoever has email promotion as 2. So what we'll write is column name. Column name should be the same, like check alphabets as well. So email promotion is equals to 2. That is our condition. So now let's execute this query. So now you see, like only those records came that has email promotions is equals to 2. So we can see like other records get filtered out. Now what we'll do is, now we will group by something. So it looks like this is person table, right? So let's say there is person type here. So what we'll do is group by person type. And what we'll do is, now let's say now we are fetching the records by person type, and what we want is how many person falling into that group. So what I'll do is, for that, select person type, that is one column we want, right? And what we'll do is count first name, let's say. So now so that we know like how many records are there in person type, by person types, right? So if I execute this particular query, we can see there are 6 person type, which is in em sp, and like how many records are there, see. And now currently we have no column name, but if we want, we can pass this something is equals to counts. So the column name should come as counts, see here. So this is something we'll learn in later videos as well. Currently, I'm just walking you guys through the syntax. So let's say now we'll do, again, we'll go to the old version, which is this one, without name count, right? Oh, so keep it counts. So perfect. So we have the same query. Now we see like this particular order is not alphabetical, right? If you want to order this person type, then you can simply add one another level, order by person type. So if I execute this query, we can see like now it's E comes first, G later, I later, right? If I go to the, I want to go to other way around, for instance VC first, in that case I simply write DESC, which stands for descending order. So if I execute this query, see now VC can come first. So this is the very brief introduction on like how the query should look like. Again, like how group by is working, I'll create another video for that one. And also like if there are any new concepts coming in, I'll create videos according to that. So this is our basic SQL query syntax, where we are using select, from, where, group by, order by. So this should be the sequence, like you go anywhere, this sequence should follow, like there is no exceptions. So yeah, so today we learned pretty much like how the SQL query should look like, and like how to write a basic query, right? So in my upcoming video, we'll start with like easy problem solving, that is depends, like that depends on this particular concepts. So thank you so much, and please subscribe to my channel for stay up to date. Thank you.